If you're a physician who has one foot out the door because you just have been pushed and pushed and pushed, and it's at a point where you feel like it's just not sustainable anymore, the idea that you could come back and negotiate some change and make leadership aware that what you're dealing with is not sustainable, that is a win for leadership. Because that, as you often point out, Jill, it's not black and white. There are options in between, and you don't have to leave. It's not 100% or nothing, or 199% or nothing. It is possible to negotiate something that can work long term. And while in the short run, they may need to get additional staffing, because quite frankly, maybe other people are going to come forward as well to say, yes, we agree, this is not appropriate or sustainable. And how did we even get here as physicians? Because we know that's not appropriate or sustainable, and we wouldn't recommend it for anyone else. So if you think about what you would advise someone you care about, someone who you love, your son or daughter, if they were in this situation, would you say, oh, well, it's okay, just, work the extra 17-hour shifts or cram more patients into your 12 hours? No, that's not what we would advise, of course, to someone that we care about. And so when you turn that on yourself and ask yourself the question as if you're answering it for someone that you love and that you care about, it can give you a new perspective. And it can be a reminder that even though in the short run, it's a painful conversation to have, and maybe one that you have put off for a long time because you're afraid of it, or you dread that sort of awkwardness of, okay, but what are we going to do if you don't do this? Well, the bottom line is, you as a physician don't hold the responsibility for whatever can be put on the schedule without limitations. You have the responsibility to work what is a reasonable day and whatever you have negotiated as a reasonable day. And if there is short staffing, it's not your responsibility to then take that on and make up for that. And I mean, I can say firsthand, because that happened to me the very first job I had outside of residency, that it's easy to make that mistake and say, oh, well, there should be 3 people here, but I'm the only one here. So I guess I just have to redo everything and just never leave and basically try my best to be a machine until I just can't do it anymore. It doesn't have to be that way. And I think in retrospect, I would never advise someone to do that. If I had spoken up, I could have changed that probably right at the beginning instead of setting a pattern of accepting it. So if you're finding yourself in that situation and you need some encouragement to have that conversation, we're here to help you to take the courage to do that. And also, if you're in a situation where you can speak to leadership and incorporate these kind of programs into your schedule at work so that it doesn't take away from your time away from work, you want to protect that at every opportunity possible. And so if you can encourage a culture at your workplace that will allow this for everyone, it will ultimately build a better culture of caring and a better environment for working together as teams, because people will be coming in to work in a higher productivity mode, feeling more purpose in what they do, and will be learning ways to manage stress. So there are so many ramifications that ultimately benefit the institution itself.